Cabbage and sauerkraut with pork ribs and apples, there is absolutely nothing better. The food of my grandparents that you want to be eating this week. The first thing that we do is we want to put some color on our ribs, but I add some oil, and I'm going to raise the temperature on this a little bit. These were whole ribs cut in half across the width, and then I cut them in 2 bone sections. Let's season these just with a little salt. A little trick when you have oil and you're adding something heavy, always lay them away from you. That way the splashes go this way. It doesn't take long to get a little bit of browning on there, but I want a little more serious roasty, toasty pork flavor in there. And I get that not only by browning the meat some more, but also by scorching the fat. With such a large pot here, you can also start cooking your onions, juniper, love fresh juniper. Caraway seed, chili flake, because I like a little bit of heat, bay leaf, carrot, and last but not least are apples. All I want to do is run my knife across the top and just take off the peel. I actually like to do it in eighths. I'm going to turn all these over. That piece right there is what we're talking about. So just gonna wait for all the others to get that way before we start adding any liquids. Next, cabbage. This cabbage is gonna wilt down a lot. All those vegetables are giving off their juices, so you don't have to worry about scorching. Your dill can go in now. Just tear it. And before I add my sauerkraut, I like to take my wine, bring that to a boil, let it simmer for 5, 7, 8 minutes, start to cook off some of that alcohol, season this with a little salt, same with some pepper at this point. I didn't add the pepper earlier because I didn't want to scorch it in the oil. And now the sauerkraut. I'm gonna check this in 4 or 5 minutes. I'm gonna lower the heat to maintain the simmer, and we'll cook that for 70 minutes or so. But the most important thing with all of this, when it comes to actually cooking the pork meat you're going to eat, never boil it. It makes it tough. You just always want it gently simmering. The reason that I like the recipe that you're looking at right now is that it gives such a great mild flavor to the apples, the carrots, the cabbage from that sauerkraut juice. Some steamed new potatoes with butter and parsley to serve this with. And I want to make sure this winey, appley, sweet vegetal broth goes into each bowl. Heavenly. Serve this 1 or 2 rib pieces per person and your family will adore you.